You guys keep asking me, Trina, how do you split the images? How do you get bigger images out of this Luminaris 200 from this small A4 paper size? Stick around in today's video. I'm gonna finally show you how. So we all know that the Luminaris 200 from Ricoma, or it's known as the LP200, can only print letter size or A4 paper size. It used to come with the feature that I've shown before in previous videos, which allows you to print bigger images by splitting your images, but that feature was taken away. There was some legal stuff going on. I'm not going to mention it, but it was taken away. But now you guys can get bigger images. I'm gonna show you how. I got this much wider. This is a 10-inch image, 10 inches across. You can get even bigger than that. That's just all I needed. So I'm gonna show you how you can take your A4 paper size, which is only 8 inches. Do y'all see that? 8 inches. And we're gonna get a whole 10 inches. Everybody say bigger is better. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can get bigger images, get your split feature back, thanks to none other than this Smart Cut software that I just heard about from Uninet. Who's ready? Let's go split some images. So this is the Simply Peel transfer paper. Used it before in plenty other videos I've showed you, but this is just why I like the pack. This is how it comes in the box. You get your A and your B, and as you can see, this is the A4 paper size, so not that big. I'm going to show you how I can take these small pages, A4 paper size, and we're going to split the image, and I'm going to make it bigger. So the design that I want is gonna go across the whole shirt, and as you can see, this is not that big, so I definitely want my image to be a little bit wider. It looks really weird, and if I was having an image that was, you know, not as long but wider, this would work. So it would work this way. So when you have an image that is much wider than the letter or A4 paper size and your printer doesn't print that big, then the Smart Cut, the split feature, comes in so much handy. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna measure this shirt. I'm gonna see how wide I want the image to be, approximately. So as you know, this is only 8 inches wide, but I want my image to be at least 10 inches wide. So let's go ahead, jump into the software, and I will show you how you can use the split cut feature with the Luminaris or any other white toner, but it comes with the Uninet, and I'm going to show you how you can use this feature to get larger prints. Let's go. So I'm going to open up the Uninet Smart Cut software that I downloaded, and you'll be able to download the software directly from the link that I provide to you down in the description box below. So once you open up the software, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to open, import my image that I want. So this is the image that I'm going to do. I got it from Creative Fabrica, and as you see on the right hand corner, it measures in at about 13.35 by 13.35. So even though that's large and I can split it like that, that's still a little bit too large for the shirt size that I want. I want mine to be about 10 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and click in here and change it to about 10 inches wide. And because this is locked, it's going to keep the proportions the same. So if you had a different size image where it's not proportioned, all you have to do is just unlock it if you want to change the proportions yourself. So now what I really like about this software, if you come down here to the bottom right hand corner where it says Real Preview, you can click on the Real Preview button, and you can actually change the background to fit the actual like color of your shirt, and that way you can see how it's going to look. It lets you know how it's going to look once the adhesive is applied. So I really like this. So I can come in here right now, it's on I guess like a white, and I can change the color of the shirt. So now if my shirt color was going to be dark, then I would put in, you know, a dark background, and I could click OK. And do you see that? How it automatically changed the background of the shirt. And it even has like texture in here that actually look like fabric. That's so cool. So that's not the color of the shirt that I'm going to put it on. I'm going to be putting it on like a tan color. So I'm going to go to define custom colors and try to see if I can kind of match up the color a little bit. Even though it's going to be hard, it's not going to be 100% accurate. I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to click OK, even though it looks a little bit more yellow, but that's more of the shirt color that I'm going to be putting it on, so that way I can see beforehand before I press it. So I wanted to show that feature to you too, because this is really cool where you get to actually look at a real preview before you press your image and see what it will look like. All right, so let's go ahead and take that off and let me show you how you can split this image. So now here's where the fun begins. So right over here on the right hand corner, I'm going to click on split, and then I'm going to click on like the settings or the gear icon. And all I'm going to do is now choose my paper size. So when you click the drop down, it has all of these different sizes that you would be using in your printer. So now, because normally you would be splitting if you had a smaller paper size, you would pick the A4 or the letter. But of course they have all the other different sizes as well, and you can also customize a size. So I'm just going to click on A4 at the top. I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to do it to the second image. You have to do it to both sizes. Now, if you wanted to use two different paper sizes, you could. But typically, you would be using the exact same size paper. So you can click the same size, or you can click a different size if you didn't want to use an entire bigger sheet. So I'm going to click A4 again. And as you see here, this auto center box is checked. So because the auto center box is checked, it's automatically going to center the split in the middle. But you can always move that or uncheck it, and you can move it around yourself to put the split wherever you want. So I'm going to click OK, and now you have the option to split as a graphic or a photo. So if you had a camera image or an actual photo image, you can click photo, but I'm just going to leave it on graphics. I also wanted to mention that you can rotate your image, but because my image is landscape, I'm just going to keep it that way. But if you had a more of a portrait image and you wanted to rotate it, you can actually rotate the image as well. So I'm going to keep it that way. And now I like the split in the middle because that's where I want it to split, right in the middle of that lightning bolt. But as I said, you can move these around to wherever you want, or if you want to split it multiple times. So now that I know where I want my split to be, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Smart Split. And now I'm going to choose either dark garment, light garment, or other material. I'm just going to go ahead and select dark garment, even though it's going on a light. And now I have my splits. Look at that, perfectly split in the middle, both the same exact equal proportions, and all I have to do is merge them together. I can go back and I can click Real Preview if I want, so that way I can see how each of the splits look, but I'm going to switch back to the original. And now I just want to go ahead and I want to save my image. So I'm going to click Save As. I'm going to make sure I put it in the folder where I want it to be. And I can change the name if I want. This is the name file, but I'm going to change it to Boy Mom Lightning Bolt. Now I can select if I want to save it as a PDF or a PNG. So you can save it as either one. So I'm just going to go ahead and save it as a PNG and click Save. And that's how you split your image real fast, so that way you can get larger prints using the Uninet Smart Cut software. Now I'm going to take my save file and I'm going to jump over it and pull it into my Lumen Rip software, so that way I can print them out and then press them. Okay, so I'm on my Mac now. I'm going to open up my Lumen Rip software. This is going to be for the white toner printer. And I am going to now open up my image. I'm going to click Import. So here's my first image, and here's the second half. I had to just readjust it, crop it a little bit to make sure that, you know, it measured. The first time I printed it out, it was too small, because when you pull it in as a PNG, sometimes it doesn't come out the right size. So I just had to crop it and reshape it, remeasure it. So now I have them both measuring at 9.48 inches in height. They're not going to be the same in width because there's a split. It's going to overlap, but they're the same, identical in height. So now all I'm going to do is just go ahead to color adjust, and I'm just going to enable ink removal. I always do that just because it makes it look a little bit better. That's not really rasterizing. That's just me removing, making the image a little bit sharper. If you want to ever adjust the colors, you can over here. If you want to make your blacks a little bit blacker, you can. This is where you would do it. But I'm going to leave my colors just as is because this shirt is just for me. And I like it that it's kind of a distressed image. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send these to print and see how they come out. You do not need to mirror because I'm going to now show you how you marry the A and the B paper together and then you press it on the shirt. So all I'm going to do is just go ahead and send it to print. So this is my white toner, my RP 200 or the Luminaris 200. Some people refer to it as the Luminaris. Some people refer to it as the RP. So now I'm going to go ahead and wait for my prints to come out. Okay, this is the first half right here. And now we're going to wait for the second half. And here is the second image. So I have both images printed out. And all you would do is overlap them and merge them together. Look at that. Perfect fit. Let's go ahead and press them together to make one complete image. So this was the first one that I printed out that I didn't show you guys. When I printed it out after adjusting it, it was a little bit too small. I wanted it bigger. But so as you can see, this one didn't even measure. After I printed it out, this one was only like 8 inches or 8.5 inches wide. So still would have been too big for this one page because this is only 8 inches wide, but I still wanted the image a lot bigger. So this is the second one that I did. I printed it out. Let's see if it's a perfect match because I had to readjust it. It lines up perfectly. Lines up perfectly right there on that lightning bolt. Let's see how wide this one is. This one measures at about just under 10 inches. So perfect. Just under 10 inches wide. So now let's go ahead and marry the A paper to the B paper because this has no adhesive. So now I have to add the adhesive on it, which is the step 2 paper. And I've showed that in plenty of videos as well. This is the paper that has the glue on it, and you can tell the back of it because it has the watermark. So now all I'm going to do is just take it and take each one and press them together. So that way this side will end up having the adhesive and then we'll press it onto the shirt. So let's go on over to the heat press now and add the adhesive. So the first thing I'm going to do is heat my bottom platen up. 300 seconds at 310 degrees Fahrenheit. It's gonna pop up. All right, so now that the bottom platen is hot, let me bring you guys down so you can definitely see. So now I'm gonna take my image, the A paper, put it glossy side down. I'm gonna take the B paper and I'm gonna match it up, line it up. But what I'm gonna do also is put a bend in it because it's gonna be really, really hot. Once I pick it up, I'm gonna cover that with a Teflon. You want to make sure you have firm pressure. And now I'm going to press this still at 310 degrees Fahrenheit, but 120 seconds. Firm pressure. 310 degrees Fahrenheit for 120 seconds. Firm pressure. All right. Pop up. All right, so I'm going to take this off. Now what you want to do is you want to get a cloth, an old shirt, you want to get something, and you just want to rub it together. You want to make sure that all that ink adheres and transfers to the A paper. It's really hot. And now I'm just going to peel slow and low. And this is why I bent it in the corner because it is really hot. So I'm just going to peel back slow and low. So that way I have a perfect transfer. You want to do it in one swoop. Perfect. All the glue is adhered. All right. That's the first one. This over here. Second one. So let's go ahead and begin to merge our images. And that's what it looks like. And let's go ahead and press it on the shirt. All right, I'm gonna take my shirts, and before I do anything, I'm just gonna pre-press this, get the moisture out, get the humidity out. So I'm just gonna pre-press this for just a few seconds. Okay, so now that I have the moisture out the shirts, I'm gonna take our images. I'm just gonna cut around it because we don't want any adhesive from the sides. You know, sometimes when you press it, the B paper is a little bit smaller than the A. So if you press the entire film, you will get like a little line of adhesive. So it's better to always trim it off. And so now I'm still pressing at 310 degrees Fahrenheit, but the first thing I want to do is I want to line it up. This is the first side. This is the second side. Get it in position to where I want it to be. Make sure I can have a seamless merge. This is what it looks like when you put both of the films together. This is on top. So as you can see, this will be the second side that you press. So you just want to make sure that you have it in position and lined up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it in position about 3 fingers from the top. So I'm gonna pull it down. Okay, so I'm just gonna get it positioned to where I wanna be. So I'm gonna show you guys how you can get a flawless, seamless print without like a big line. So now that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one. And we're gonna press this one at 15 seconds with the parchment paper. I'm gonna cover this. And instead of doing it at firm pressure, I'm gonna press it at low pressure. Low pressure, that is the key. Okay, 15 seconds on the clock with low pressure, 310 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, this is a cool peel. So I'm gonna let this cool down really quick. All right, now that that's cooled down, now I'm just going to roll it low and slow. Try to get this side up. Okay. Trying to get it all up. There we go. And now I'm going to merge in the B side. And I'm going to line that up as best as I can. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take parchment paper, put it on that side, then I'm going to fold it over because we want to protect that side. And I'm going to get another piece and put it over here. Okay, and now I'm going to press it again lightly for another 15 seconds. Okay. And now I'm going to let this cool off and then peel that side. Okay, so now I'm going to peel back the second side. You want to roll it low and slow, just like so. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm going to put the parchment paper back over the entire thing. Press with medium to firm pressure, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. All right, here we go. And voila, voila. Let's check it out up close to see how that seam looks. I should have went up a little bit. I should have went up just a little bit, but that looks pretty good. That looks really good. You can just see the tip of the blue. So I should have pulled it up just a little bit, but I was trying to make sure everything was locked in. But that looks good. I'll show you in much better lighting. And it feels really soft. Really soft. And as you can see, I got 10 inches wide. Just from using the A4 paper size. So this is it up close and better lighting, so that way you guys can really see how I tried my best to blend it perfectly. You can barely see where I split it at. I'm not sure what happened right here. That's something else. But you can only see a little bit of the blue when it's merged. But I did pretty good. Pretty good if I do say so myself. So I really like this split cut software. It made it so easy to use. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. How easy was that? That was so easy, and I have me a nice, large, wide enough for me. Now you can do, of course, much bigger, but this is all I needed for this one. I just want to demonstrate it and show you how easy it was to use the Smart Cut software. So guys, if you're interested, I know you want to know the price. I do apologize. I had nothing to do with the fact that Luminaris took that feature away. There was some, things, some issues and stuff involved with that, but I found the solution for you guys. I found the solution. So if you do have the Luminaris 200, you guys have been asking me about it. You can purchase the software. You can purchase this Smart Cut split software. I know you bought the Luminaris, you spent thousands of dollars, and then they took it away. Or if you bought it afterwards and you don't have that feature and you want to get larger prints, this will help you. So the price of the software, I know everyone wants to know. It is not free because this software comes from Uninet, the maker of the split feature. So if you have the Ricoma or if you have any other white toner and you want to be able to print larger, they retail at around $359. That's the full price. But because my viewers, you guys are so special to me, and because I know a lot of you bought the Ricoma because of me, the best I could do, I talked with them from Uninet, and the best I could do for you guys is get you the software at a discounted price. If you use my special coupon code down below in the description box, I believe it's Smart Katrina, but it'll be down there, and you can get it for $159. The price will be there once you enter the code. But this is the best that I can do. If you bought the Luminaris before it had the split feature and it was taken away, or if you bought it afterwards and you realize, man, I wish it could print larger images, this is a solution. It's not the total fix, but it's the solution. And you'll be able to rasterize. You'll be able to do so much with the Smart Cut feature. So I'll have a lot more videos coming. But again, if you want to get bigger images, you will have to purchase the Smart Cut feature. So that way you'll be able to split your images and you'll be able to print them much bigger than the regular A4 or letter paper size. For $159, awesome deal, and the license is yours. You'll be able to download it and go ahead and get bigger images. So I hope this helps, and I'll be bringing you a lot more videos with the white toner because there's so much you can do with a white toner, all right? So stay tuned for all of that. I'll be showing you guys how to rasterize. I'll be showing you guys how to put holes in your images, do all of that so that way you can get the softest feel for your images. You can get more vibrant colors and you can get more longevity with your white toner prints, okay? So all of that is coming. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. That way you're notified every time I post new videos because you don't want to miss out. All right, I hope this was helpful. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Keep pressing.